Good morning, I'm Ruth, the Executive Chair of Women on Boards, and this is my bi-weekly review of jobs available for directors on the WOB Jobs Board. I pick a different topic each time I do this session in the hope that I can inspire you to look at sectors that perhaps you may have overlooked, or more importantly, sectors that are popular on the jobs board at a certain point in time during the year. As I've said often before, director vacancies come in cycles, so it's always good for you to be updated on what's hot for the moment. This time, my theme is paid not-for-profits. WOB has looked at not-for-profits over the years, and in our view, about 20% of all not-for-profits pay their directors. So that's a low number, and in our view, it should be higher. But regardless of that, what we try and do on the WOB Jobs Board is encourage paid not-for-profits to post with us. So that's an ongoing campaign. So this week I've got 6 or so paid not-for-profits, and also one in the worthy women's category, which I'll explain a bit more later. So first up, and they're quite a disparate selection, you'll notice. First up is 27673 Widebank Board, based in Queensland, closes on the 17th of September, and of course they pay their directors. This used to be the Wide Bay Credit Union. It's clearly swapped itself out and now has become a mutual bank. So this is a good entry opportunity if you've got some expertise in the financial services sector or professional services. They're looking for finance, risk management, mergers and acquisition, strategic planning and implementation. A good meaty board if that's your interest, and usually they tend to prefer people who are local or at least based in Queensland. So give that a go if it strikes you as something that you're up to. Next up, 27692 Animal Emergency Australia, also based in Queensland, but it's not entirely obvious to me that they won't take national applicants. It closes on the 9th of September and once again is paid. They provide emergency vet care across multiple hospitals in Queensland, West Australia, ACT and Tasmania. So that sounds pretty national to me. They're looking for risk, board governance and commercial growth. Now, hands up if you've ever heard of that organisation before. It seems very worthy and I can commend that to you. Next up, 27623, the District Nurses. This is a Tasmanian not-for-profit, closes on the 13th of September and once again pays its directors. And it does what it says. It provides district nurse services for people in homes in Tasmania. They're looking for transformation and growth expertise, governance, understanding of regulation, human resources expertise, and change leadership. Perhaps you might have all of those, or perhaps a good number of them. So give that a go if you're Tasmanian based and are interested. Next up, 27620, Evergreen Life Care Limited, based in New South Wales. Now they say they've got a closing date of the 30th of November. I do wonder if that's a bit of a typo. So get in early is my suggestion with that one. They provide safe, reliable aged care services to the community. And they're looking for business operations, health administration, human resources, property development and change leadership. So they have, in fact, more than one vacancy, and clearly they're looking for a collection of skills. So that's 27620. Next, we have 27663, Southwest Catchments Council in Western Australia, closing on the 12th of September. This is a profit-for-purpose enterprise that delivers game-changing environmental solutions in support of sustainable agriculture, something we should all be quite fascinated by, might I suggest. They're looking for business acumen, an understanding of Indigenous culture, marketing, clearly knowing something about agricultural and farming, and natural resource management. So that could be quite interesting if you're West Australia based and in the agri sector or related. And finally, I have 27495, the Auckland Women's Refuge Inc., clearly based in New Zealand. It's a contract payment basis, this one, and the closing date is the 22nd of September. And not surprisingly, they support women and their children who experience domestic and family violence. This is a topic that WOB is very keen to support and encourage you, our members, to put your hand up for, and particularly when they're paid roles, which this one is. They're looking for classic governance directorship skills, financial oversight, governance, risk management, understanding of human resources, and an understanding of the social care services sector. So that's 6 not-for-profits that pay their directors that are in quite disparate areas. We've got social care activities, we've got animals, we've got services to the community, and we've got environmental matters. So have a think about those. And my final item for today is 27691, Plan International Australia. Closes on the 23rd of September. And it doesn't pay its directors, but they do pay expenses. And if you end up on the international board, this is, I think, the Victorian board, then they do expect you to travel internationally, for which you are funded. So they're looking for international development experience or expertise or knowledge. Quite a number of our WOB members have that. And Plan International, for those of you who don't know it, are a secular and independent development and humanitarian organisation focused on women. And they're very regular posters on our website. So I recommend those for you. Now, Ruth's tip for this Zoom session is push your unpaying boards to pay their directors. That's my message for the next 2 or 3 months when I'm writing some articles about why not-for-profits should pay their directors. There are lots of them. And even if a smaller proportion than the 20% that we estimate started to pay their directors, and given that WOB members are on lots of not-for-profits that don't pay, this might be an opportunity for you. So give it a go, give them a bit of a shove. When they say, you know, we've got to change the constitution, it's too hard, well, that's not always the case. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of the jobs board, which the topic was paid not-for-profits. And please look at the WOB jobs board regularly and apply for some vacancies. Farewell till next time.